So today we're going to be having a look at some backplates from V1 Tech. I'm going to show you how they go on and give you my thoughts on them. So I heard about these in March and I was interested in the customization options and the designs they had and the tools on their website. I thought was quite good, and the mounting as well. It's not screwed on or anything, it's just magnets. And that means that you don't have to void your warranty, and you can take it off easily. The downside is if it was, you try and, so don't try and pick it up that way. So like I said, I'm gonna show you how they go on first, and then I'll give you my thoughts on them. So let's do it. So I'll have a quick look at their website first. They've got other things here like fan grills and HDD SSD covers, but we'll focus on the GPU customization they've got on their site, because they've got quite a good customization tool, so you can pick exactly what you want, the colours and that kind of thing. And you can see they've got lots of different designs for backplates. They've even got RGB ones, and you can tweak all the colours to whatever you want. So we're taking a look at this customization. You can see that you can choose whatever colour you want for the top and bottom, and it shows you what it will look like when it's finished. There's lots of different options. There's things like clear and UV and solid colors, matte black and that kind of thing. Something I wish they had was the top colors. There's only black and white, and when it came, it's glossy acrylic, and as soon as you peel back that protective layer, it just attracts dust. So I wish they had at least shipped it with matte acrylic. And when I first heard about these, I was curious as to how they managed to get them on to basically their mounting mechanism, because they're universal, sort of. The way they mount with magnets, you can pretty much fit them on any card, but it might look a bit funny if the back plate's longer than or shorter than your graphics card. And if it says like GTX 1080 and you've got like a RX 480 or something. But I wish they had more information on their description, things like that. Maybe a short explanation of how they actually fit on the back of the card. You can see there's also a few drop down menus, so you can select your exact card. I think that's so they can get the dimensions right, but they're, like I said, they're universal. You can technically put them on any card you want. It just might look a bit funny if it's a different shape or whatever. And with the description, again, they've just come out with these new RGB ones, and there's no information about how it connects, like the power and the data for the RGB. Is it like a 4-pin standard strip cable, or is it like a separate data and power cable? Is it Sata or is it Molex? That kind of thing, which would be nice to know before ordering, so you can so you'll know if you have the cables to run it in the first place, or if you're going to have to get some new cables. So I ordered the black and yellow one to go with my Trident build I'm doing, obviously. So we'll get to the installation now. So I'll show you quickly how you put these backplates on your card. It's pretty straightforward for the most part. Mine came with 5 magnets and 8 3M adhesive sticker things. The magnets do have adhesive on the back. I think the extra stickers are just to give it a bit more strength. I've had them for about a week now, and they seem okay. They don't seem like the heat on the card has weaken the adhesive much, but still keep in mind you don't pick your card up by the back plate once it's on, because it will just end badly. It's just to keep it on. It's not going to support the weight of the card, so just keep that in mind, otherwise you'll have a pretty bad day. So the idea is you put the magnets on the back of the screws, and they'll stay there, and then you can stick the back plate straight on. Something that I wish they'd done is include 8 magnets per back plate, because with 5's kind of a weird number, because you want 4 around the GPU core, and then you want another 4 in each far corner, but there isn't enough, so I just had to do with 1 on the GPU core and 4 on the outside. And the instructions didn't mention the adhesive strips at all, so on my first card I didn't use it, and I went back and looked at the material you got, and I assume you put it on the back of the magnets to give them more strength, but it doesn't say anything in the instructions. And you should also remove the back protective film once you've got the magnets on, otherwise it's not going to stick very well. Something I wish they had as well was like a pull tab or something. It'd be quite hard to get the film off without damaging the acrylic or scratching it. I just use this budgery thing to get an end started, and it's quite difficult with the intricate letters and design, especially the letters, and when you're pulling it off I advise you keep your finger on the small bits, because if you pull too hard you will snap them off as you're trying to take the film off. And it's a good idea to have some kind of cloth with you, because as soon as you get that film off, dust's just gonna fly all over it and get stuck to it. So once you've got the film off, it's pretty straightforward. Just line it up and slowly put it down and make sure it's straight. And then when it's fully secured, just put some pressure on it. It's not very secure once it's on. Like I said, if you picked it up, you probably drop your graphics card, but I mean it's fine if it's just going to be sitting in a case not moving, but there's still a bit of wiggle in it. And there you go, that's how you put them on the back of your card. Looks pretty cool. But like I say, I do wish they went with matte black instead of gloss. It's just the fingerprints aren't so bad because you're not going to be touching it all the time, but it attracts dust, and it just kind of spoils it. So I've just got them out of the system to do the video, and you can see they're a bit dusty, just sticks to the acrylic bit. But the good news is the adhesive holding the magnets on, it's still strong. It's not lost strength or anything due to the heat of the cards. So yeah. So in conclusion, am I satisfied with these? I'd have to say yes. They did send me the wrong type initially. I got a GTX 1070 branded one, and I emailed them, and then 9 days later I had the right ones. I'd like to see more information on the site as to how they go on. Maybe put the full instructions on the site next where the manual part on the site is, and maybe in the future not use glossy acrylic on the top, because as you can see it's kind of quite dusty. And maybe some other colours, maybe you can add some of the bottom layer and add those customization options to the top layer, so you can mix and match the different colours instead of just having glossy white or black. I think to improve installation it'd be nice to have a pull tab on the protective film, so it's easier to get off, and you can get off without having to try and peel up a corner and end up scratching it. And also with the instructions, I think they need to be a bit more detailed. They don't tell you, they're quite general. They say, okay, now peel off the protective backing. It doesn't say peel off both sides, and so that it sticks properly. And there's no mention of the 3M adhesive that's included, so you kind of have to figure that part out yourself. Just small things like that. It'd be quite nice to see maybe some metal backplates in the future. I don't know, maybe they're just aesthetic, or maybe they're put like a heat sink on the back or something like that. I also think they should include some more magnets and some more 3M adhesive with them. I don't think 5's quite enough. I think you need at least 8. 4 for the GPU core and then 4 for the outer edge of the card. The mounting systems, it's not perfect. Like I said, you can't lift the card just by holding it by the back plate. It's not very secure if it's a portable system and you're taking it with you. By the time you get to where you're going, this is just going to be rattling about in your case. Something to keep in mind also, they're not super thick, but they do have thickness, so if you've got 2 cards sandwiched right together, you might have some trouble with airflow, or you might have trouble putting these on, so that's something to keep in mind. It'd also be nice to see some more information on the RGB backplates on the site. It doesn't tell you what kind of connector it uses, or if there's separate data and power, or how you control the RGB LEDs. So I didn't get that. They just released that recently. I'm not sure if I would get it, because with this project it's a certain color. So but it's something that'd be nice to see. You could probably mod, depending on the design, you could probably mod it and add your own, drill some holes and just use some longer screws and screw onto your card, but then you kind of lose the compatibility part of it. So I'm not quite sure what would be a better mounting system. Like, that would be that's my first thought. You could use maybe, I don't know, suction cups, but they're I don't feel they would be strong enough to securely lift the card up, but they might be strong enough to keep it in place if you're transporting your system or something. So the things I like about these is, well, the obvious one, they look pretty good, pretty awesome. Their shipping's quite fast. It's in the States. The second time around, when I got the proper ones, I think it took 9 days. So that's quite good coming from the States to the UK. They were good when I emailed them. I just immediately, we'll send you another one, sorry about that, and they email me within the hour of me emailing them saying I've got the wrong branding on it. They said just to keep the ones that were incorrect, because they can't really do anything, so I didn't even have to ship it back, which was nice. So I'll put a link in the description so you can check it out for yourself and see if there's anything that interests you. So thanks for watching. I hope you found this interesting or useful. See you later.